Ganda na to. You know, I may not know much about plants, but I do know that they are beautiful and they add so much to the landscape. And I'm so glad that we get to explore these things and learn about them as well. And I'm glad I have you guys with me. So let's go. Plantitos and plantitas, you better stay to watch this video because today we will be joined by landscape architect Alexis, and he will be teaching us a few things about how to design our own gardens. This is episode 3 of Amazing Home Makeover. Hi, Sir Alexis, Architect Alexis. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you, Julia. Welcome.
Thank you, thank you. Speaking of welcome, where are we exactly?
We're here at our nursery facility in Acacia Estates, Taguig. This is DMCI Homes Premier Township Development here.
Grabe, no? I would not have thought that this would be in Acacia Estates.
Well, with the way we are developing our projects, wherein we imbue them with resort-style living, we usually employ a lot of open spaces in our plans, in our developments, in our projects, wherein we combine recreational spaces with park-like amenities, and they usually employ a lot of plants.
So you basically use all of this for your projects.
These are actually projected that will be used in our projects in the future.
Do you also use these for past projects?
We usually use,
or existing projects? Yeah.
we usually update our old projects for
Okay.
sustainability issues, as well as to upgrade or enhance our old projects. So the
Regardless-
unit owners don't really actually feel left behind when we're doing new projects. Some of the projects get updated.
Okay, so regardless if you've already handed over the project to the home association, so you still
We still try
Update.
to promote for them to enhance and update their
so
projects.
lovely. So Sir Alexis, how did all of this start? Why does DMCI Homes or DMCI have a nursery? Although I can kind of picture the benefits already,
Yeah.
but
Given that our developments entail lots of open spaces, we try to find lots that are suitable or wide enough to house these facilities, because plants are not static. They usually graduate.
they
They
do.
mature enough beyond the point that they're not beneficial to the original design. So we usually change them or update them from time to time.
So that's what you mean by update, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And speaking of graduate, so you as a landscape architect, of course, you know the ins and outs of what it means to take care of plants and design
Yeah.
landscape, right? But I believe you have someone here as well who can help us talk about the process.
Yeah, we can further go into the technical details of how we propagate the plants, whether it comes from the updating materials or newly processed plants. So Julia, to further explain, this is Lloyd, our
Hi.
landscape
Hi,
Morning.
Mr.
horticulturist.
Good morning.
And this is Domingo, our landscape foreman.
Hi, good morning.
Okay, so landscape foreman and horticulturist.
Yep.
Do you mind briefly explaining what the difference is? Or
Well-
what exactly they are?
Well, for me, simple lang naman yun. Siya yung programming, siya yung execution.
Okay.
So,
You plan it out and you execute. Okay.
so your requirements comes from us, the designers, the architects, and we usually pass it to Lloyd's group, yung horticulturists, and then sila yung site-based.
Ah,
They
okay.
program the whole thing.
You design it.
Yep.
You figure out a way how to make that happen and you execute.
Yes,
Okay.
the planning.
Okay, I got it. So it's basically like construction but for plants, for landscape.
Yes.
Okay, it's brilliant.
So, para mas maintindihan natin, ma'am, sama po kayo sa amin dito para po mas maipakita po namin sa inyo yung proseso kung paano tayo nagpaparami ng halaman dito.
Oo, kung paano to dumami ng ganito, no? Okay, sure.
Ayan po. So, para po ma-explain sa atin yung proseso, si Domingo Bocado po yung mag-guide sa atin.
Domingo
ma'am.
Avocado.
Yes, ma'am.
Ang ganda ng pangalan niyo, sir.
Very appropriate.
Ganito kasi ang proseso niya. First, haluin muna natin yung garden soil tsaka rice hull.
Mhm.
Kaya natin ginagamitan siya ng rice hull para ma-absorb yung tubig dun sa ilalim. Kasi pag purong soil, hindi siya pumapasok sa ilalim.
Ah, okay, okay. So
Tapos pag-
para hindi siya ganun ka-dense.
Yes,
kumbaga.
ma'am. Katapos niya, nilalatag natin siya doon.
Dun sa mga, ano po,
Yes.
sa mga pots.
Yes.
Nikiran.
Yan, sa ating planting bed.
Planting bed.
Oh,
So,
ito, ang cute.
Tapos nito, ano muna siya, bago siya taniman, kailangan diligin muna siya. Para basa talaga siya, pati sa ilalim.
Mhm.
Tapos, kuha tayo mga ito, mga pantanim. Ang iba
Ano
kasi,
pong tanim yan?
ito, golden potos.
yan.
Ah, gupan. Madalas ko marinig yung
Oh,
golden
yes,
post.
Isa yan sa mga sikat ngayon, ma'am, sa
Mm.
mga
Oo.
plantito natin.
Oo nga.
Mm.
Ang karamihan kasi isa lang. Pero pag gusto nyo medyo makapal, dalawahin nyo na.
Okay.
Para mas maganda.
Per
Per pot.
pot.
Yes.
Pot pa rin pala ang tawag
Ay,
kahit na
plastic
ano siya,
pot.
no?
Reshoot nyo lang naman siya. Ganito. Binubutasan na siya,
kaya
ma'am.
ito may butas.
Ah, yes, ma'am.
Para mabilis
Ayan.
na.
Pag dalawa kasi instant makapal na agad. Pag isa, o diba, kulang.
Mm. Okay. And then from here, dito nyo na po
Yes.
siya pinapalaki?
Yes. Tapos, gagamitan po natin ng plastic bag. Kinukulob para siya mag-moist. Mas
Ah.
mabilis siya mabuhay kaysa sa walang takip.
Yun ho ba yung greenhouse effect?
Yes, actually para tinatakloban natin siya ng plastic
Mm-mm.
para makontrol natin yung paglabas ng tubig sa loob,
So,
'di ba? Para kasi pag sobrang init, yung hangin natin mainit din.
certain.
Sumasama yung yung moisture, doon sa
Moisture.
hangin. So kaya kinokontrol natin siya din sa halaman para din tumaas yung survival rate ng halaman natin. So
Okay.
yun siya. So
So,
yan, after
Pagkatapos niyan, pag nakulob na siya, weekly, kailangan i-check nyo. Tapos bubuksan siya kung dry pa siya or wet.
mm-mm.
Pag dry, kailangan siya diligan. Tapos,
Diligan.
yan,
pero hapon siya pwedeng tanggalan ng plastic. Hindi pwede sa umaga, sa tanghali, pwede hapon.
Kailangan hapon.
Para at least malamig na. Hindi siya mabibigla.
ayun.
Ah, para hindi mabigla. Parang tao rin
Ah, yes,
talaga,
parang
no?
tao rin.
Hindi pwedeng biglain.
Tapos pag binuksan mo sa tanghali, may tendency na sunog. Kasi galing siya sa malamig.
Tapos biglang
Biglang iinit, masisira yung dahon niya.
Ang galing. Kasi, sensya na po, wala akong masyado talagang alam sa halaman. Kaya lahat itong sinasabi niyo sa akin, bago lahat talaga to.
Mas
I'm
mabilis.
learning with you guys.
Yan. Tapos after ilang months?
After
1 month?
yes.
Yan.
Sa 3 weeks, kailangan matanggalan niya na siya ng takip. Kasi para mag-mature na siya dito. Medyo makaready siya sa sunlight. Kasi dito, medyo, ano lang to dito eh. Mga 20% sunlight lang tayo.
Yes.
Opo.
Kailangan siya ilipat sa mga
I'm
30 to
May
40% sunlight na.
Ayun.
Okay. So, ito po, iba-ibang stages.
Ah, yes.
Itong area na to, iba-ibang stages.
Oo, iba-iba.
Ah, yun, iba naka-plastic.
Yes, yan, nakakulob talaga sila.
Mm-mm.
Tapos,
Mga newly planted pa po yan.
itong yung mga ganito, kailangan pa siyang i-transfer sa standard size na plastic.
May sample po ba tayo nun?
Ayos, yun ang po nakalatag
yun yung
doon.
nandun.
Yung nakakulay red. Yun, galing siya dito sa ganitong proseso. Lahat.
Okay.
Sa mga paso naman, pwede rin sa kulbin ng plastic. Sa mga bahay-bahay lang. Para
Mm.
ma-check. Nakapat lang siya. Tapos takloban siya na clear plastic. Para makikita nyo kung nabubuhay siya o hindi. Para clear talaga dapat.
applicable din to para sa mga plantito at plantita
Plantitos,
sa bahay.
plantitas.
Okay. So, pag after po nito, ililipat na siya doon?
Yes, ma'am. Doon na po yung area niya sa may net doon. Yun, hanggang dito lang sila, ma'am. Hindi sila
Ito pa
pwedeng...
rin po yung pothos?
Oh, yan pa rin yan, ma'am.
Ang lusog!
Yan, wala. Hindi siya pwedeng ilabas. Kasi masusunog siya lalo. Kasi pulsa na dyan. Kailangan ano lang siya, semi-shade. Kasi indoor plant siya.
Indoor plants. So
Yes.
talagang pang... Kung indoor ho to, tas ang pinaplan nyo ho usually, syempre landscape, di ba? So these are the ones that go in
Inside.
semi-exterior places
Yeah.
sa projects.
Sa DMCI template ng mga buildings, we usually have new loom event. Makikita niyo para siyang may butas.
Yes.
And then we
very
also have
distinguished.
Atrium, garden atriums, wherein we really try to place plants in between the units.
So ito
Usually
sila.
yan. That's why our strategy, yung sinabi ni Domingo kanina, hindi namin sila iniisa-isa na tusok kasi medyo manipis yung lalabas.
Mm-mm.
So as you can see, medyo makapal na agad
Ang
yung
kapal.
pinag-deploy sa site.
Oo, galing.
So medyo instantaneous na greens yung makikita during turnover.
Kaya pala ang bilis din ng ano, no, yung mga project minsan
Yes.
when you go to one, whether, kahit hindi pa siya complete turnover.
Yes, makikita mo
Ganda na
na,
agad.
although there's portion na hindi pa tapos, yung portion na tapos, malago na siya.
Malago na agad. Oh, okay. Okay. So after ito, sir?
Ito, ano siya, waiting, ready for deployment na siya, ma'am.
This is for the indoor plants, kaya
Indoor
may
plants.
nets.
Mhm.
Pero yung sa exterior, yung outdoor plants, doon talaga siya, yung term nila, hina-harden.
Hina-harden.
Harden.
Sinasanay ho sa araw.
Yes. Bali yung process po ng hardening of natin, when it comes to the shrubs, yung mga yan, unti-unti po natin silang ini-expose sa araw. So, from complete shade, then to 20%, to 50%, and then complete sun na po. Para pagka i-deploy na natin siya doon sa area, hindi na po niya kailangang mag-reestablish
Masanay.
ulit.
Kumbaga.
Masanay doon sa area.
Ang ganda, ang hangin dito.
Mas
Ang
malamig
presko. Okay, so should we go back to the... Can I call it a field? Is it a field? It's a field of plants.
Pero pag sila tinanong po natin, hardening area. po
Hardening
tatawag.
area.
Kino-correct po nila ako dyan.
Ayun, so hardening area. Okay. I assume these are hedges. Okay. Maki po ba yan? Wala akong...
Conocarpus ang tawag namin sa kanila.
Okay. Oo nga, it doesn't look like...
We usually employ
Makis.
them sa mga fences
Mhm.
or mga perimeter if we want to hide something or mask.
Para maganda naman tignan as opposed to blank wall lang or something.
Or it's a natural alternative dun sa green wall because a lot of
Green wall like vertical gardens.
vertical gardens wherein I think mas maganda yung natural kaysa doon sa artificial na pinipilit natin silang ilagay. Vertical pot.
Vertical, yung naka-layer na. Oo nga. Well, of course, kasi it's a natural green,
Yes.
literal green wall. Okay, so ang ganda oh.
As you can see,
Labang
hindi lang
height.
kami limited sa mga small ground covers. Actually, we're progressing to large shrubs and even trees. Makikita nyo medyo.
Sama po yun?
Yes, yung mga parang ano pa. They are recently transferred trees.
Saplings? Or no, transferred
Actually,
trees?
mature trees sila na transplant namin from other properties na i-develop na namin. If we have land na merong value yung trees na existing,
Kinukuha nyo
usually
pa.
kukunin namin kung kaya.
Okay. Is it part of the process ho talaga? Tinatanggal nyo muna yung leaves?
Natural siya na process. Of course, we try to cut out as much branches. Kasi parang ang puno, parang barbell yan eh. What is on the top, yun din yung nasa ilalim.
Oh,
So,
yung
kung-
roots.
Yes. Kung binall
okay.
out na namin siya, na-damage din namin some portions of the root ball. So, kailangan medyo i-equate namin yun.
Oo
Babalance
nga
namin.
naman. Hindi pwedeng maliit yung roots tapos mamamatay syempre yung
Yes.
nasa branches. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. So,
So, that's the next big thing na kailangan namin gawin, yung
Literal.
tree production.
also literal, malaki rin talaga siya.
Yes.
Now, that's amazing though. So, from indoor plants to the trees, nandito na siya sa homegrown nursery nyo. Would you say that this was beneficial to the entire DMCI?
Yes. Yes, definitely.
Corporation, etc. Like the entire entirety of DMCI.
Number one, having a facility like this makes us very agile Very ideal. Especially yung competition sa real estate is very very tight and prone sa shifting.
So this gives you an edge in a way.
Yes, definitely this gives us an edge because we can easily pivot to the right direction, whether we have to infuse more of landscape in our design or lessen.
Or change, as you mentioned
Yes.
earlier, update or upgrade.
Especially
Galing.
now we're trying to enhance some projects that might serve as commercials for us in the future. Those highly visible projects.
Of course. Meron na kayong, instead of having to outsource, majority of it dito nyo na kinukuha. Alright, that's amazing.
And we usually have this idea na our best commercials are not really the ones that nasa print. It's our project, the past projects. So we
Because
don't
people can
really-
see it talaga eh. It's a testament na to what you can do.
I think testimonials are more important than the traditional media.
Than what is promised
We
versus what is already there.
Yes, we have a lot of repeat buyers. That's maybe a testament to
I can
maybe
see
we
why.
are doing things right.
Well, I hope you guys continue. I hope this further grows. Lalo na yung project niyo for the trees. That's amazing. That's amazing.
That's the next one.
Okay. All right, architect, thank you so much for touring me around your nursery, your plant nursery. This
Thank
has
you
been
very much.
eye-opening for me. Literally, ang ganda niya, ang sarap niya sa mata, and also I learned a lot of new things today. All right, Architect Alexis, let's head back to our amazing home makeover.
Let's go.
Architect, kanina we were... Ang konyo ko naman. Kanina pinag-uusapan ho natin yung landscape architecture. So, I imagine it's something like architecture or interior design na meron ding layouting, etc. May something similar po ba sa landscape architecture na saan dito, dapat maganda dito, ganito ganyan, yung mga areas, may ganun po ba?
Yes, we usually employ a lot of details, or on the exterior spaces.
Mhm.
That's what landscape architecture is all about. But we predominantly use yung mga elements like softscape and hardscape when designing.
Softscape and hardscape.
When designing outdoor spaces. Basically, for a layperson na mas inclined sa interior design, para kami exterior designers. We usually in between the buildings, frontages of houses or parks. I always stress the word parks or exterior spaces. So yes, there are elements that we are using to further design yung mga spaces, pero most of them are on the exterior o sa labas.
Okay, so ano architect yung softscape and hardscape?
Okay, softscape is mainly everything that are plant related.
Oh,
These are
literally
your-
the plants.
Yes, there are trees, shrubs, ground covers, palms, etc. and planting medium. While the hardscape is everything naman na inanimate. Ito yung mga paving, lighting, accessories.
Okay.
lighting?
Yeah.
Street
hardscape?
Like street lamps.
Street lamps,
Street
positioning
street
of
lights.
pedestrian lights.
Oo. Parang, magre-reference na naman ako, pero parang SimCity.
Sort of.
Ay, alam niyo.
Sort of. SimCity. Actually, the precursor to urban planning is landscape architecture.
Yeah.
Mas inclined si landscape architecture to pursue urban planning.
Okay. So, that is so exciting. Natuwa. Okay. So basically, this entire township was master planned by you nga? Or like your team?
Yes. Actually, homes in general. We designed this conceptually and we have a lot of stakeholders. So, very inclusive yung design namin, system namin. We do not rely on one specific team to dictate everything in terms of master planning.
Okay, so given architect na basically master planning is very important, right? But in a smaller scale, such as now, because we're doing a amazing home makeover, di ba? How is landscape architecture important in a home, in a unit, in a smaller, unit like a house?
Actually, for houses, it depends on what the project entails. For this project, we would like for the landscaping to further accentuate the house, make it more homey rather than we would like to employ yung mga softscape para palambutin yung bahay. Especially the footprint
Almost
for
literal.
landscaping is very small in this project.
Mm.
So we would like to, as much as possible, put a lot of softscape in the frontage for that curb appeal.
Curb appeal.
Yeah.
What is curb appeal?
Curb appeal is parang ano yan eh. It's an informal term or a slang sa architecture na the house, if it's well, malapit na pala tayo. If it's well laid out, it has landscaping, it has a good facade na mas ano siya, mas appealing siya sa buyers.
Literally the appeal you see from the curb.
Yes.
Okay.
Especially if they add lang, hindi nila mapapasok yung house.
Okay. I assume, of course, this is gonna add to the market, to the value of the house.
Yes.
Alright, sandali lang. Nasa, ano na tayo, guardhouse.
Ito na yung mga ano.
Ay. Okay. So, ano ulit yung pinag-uusapan natin, architect? Curb appeal.
The value of curb appeal. Actually, may
Yes.
studies in sa States na the houses that are for sale na may landscaping, usually may increase yung value nila by a certain percent. I'm not sure if it's 5% or 3%. But basically, it's the effectiveness ng mga well-landscaped houses.
Okay.
Especially if the prospective buyers, yung napapadaan lang sila and they're not really seeking na mag-investigate doon sa house or mag-check out doon sa house. So that's the idea of the curb appeal, to increase the curb appeal of the
Basically, it'll draw more people to actually
Yep.
check out the house. Okay. Kind of like, sa shopping, window display. You have to have good display for your customers to be drawn in. So it's
Yes.
kind of the same principle. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we are here. Can't wait. Sige, dito na lang tayo mag-park. Okay. Oh! Architect, nalagay niyo na pala ho lahat ng
Actually,
plants.
Hindi pa lahat, meron pa natitira. So,
Meron pa kayong idadagdag?
meron
Dito?
pa. We're trying to fine-tune pa yung design, yung look and feel yung na mabibigay ng landscape do sa house.
Okay, okay. So, I assume kasi as with any design, di ba? Everything has a reason for being the way it is. So, I'm gonna assume lahat ito may purpose kung bakit nakaharap dito or something, or why the plants were chosen as is. Meron po bang,
Yeah.
kumbaga, design considerations
Well, first was,
that went into this garden?
we wanted to keep it simple and elegant like the house. A simple line.
Actually,
So,
yeah.
it's better to complement it with a simple landscaping, pero with the variety in terms of forms. That's why we opted for a singular tree and then employing plants na mostly yung yung color niya is not dependent on flowers but on the leaves.
Oo nga eh. Yung leaves, yung iba yung kulay.
And it's
Iba-iba
still
kulay.
a work in progress, pero we're still finding out where to effectively place the lights. Para
Oh,
pag gabi,
yeah.
mas maganda yung effect nung
So marami pa kayo
Plants.
ilalagay na lights and yung may pathway doon, etc. So that is part of the design, the landscaping.
yes.
Okay.
We also incorporated a simple design para ma-take advantage natin yung dalawang vantage points. One is from inside the house and one is from the street.
Oh, okay. Or nga naman, vantage points on how you see the garden
The
from
gardens.
both the street and from inside the house.
Yes. Most of the gardens are fairly exclusive. They want to encapsulate the house so that magkakaroon sila ng outdoor nook. In this case, we wanted the garden to showcase the house.
Para
it's
dagdag
not
sa curb
really-
appeal.
Yes. So it's not overpowering the house.
Yes.
It's actually accentuating.
Complementing.
Yes.
Accentuating. Okay. Okay. Oh, what kind of tree is this? Sorry. I'm
We employed a simple plant, a tree, a date palm.
simple?
Simple
A date
siya.
palm is simple.
It's not really a tree na magkakaroon ng malaking canopy or complex canopy. It's a simple canopy lang.
Okay, okay. So yun na
With
pala ang
With a
Sim-
straight trunk.
Okay.
Hopefully in time, yung trunk niya will make the vantage points pass through. So yung nasa loob, hindi siya ma-encapsulate wholly nung gardens. And yung nasa labas, may konti siyang snippets nung ganda ng
Nasa
architecture ng
loob.
house.
Oh yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Dito ko lang na-appreciate na when you say simple, it doesn't necessarily mean plain. No? When it comes to plants, simple is just, it's still very interesting. It's still very textured. It's just, in concept, it's simple.
Yes.
But aesthetically, it's still very striking. But ito, architect, kasama to sa, ano po to?
Actually, balance of work pa yan. Saktong-sakto. May isa pa kaming plant na ito-try out. So, ang surprise namin, Julia, is kung pwedeng i-try out mo yun. Landscaping.
Sige, game ako dyan, architect. Ay, natama ko ba yung mic? Ayan. Yes, please. Sige, architect, na lang gagawin?
You can try out simple exercise in landscaping.
Simple exercise. Okay. Ooh. Meron siyang coat ng... parang nga naman di masaktan yung kamay. Okay, architect. What do?
Okay, naglalagay na kami ng mga simple na pre-dug areas where you can actually place one of these philodendrons.
Philodendrons. Okay. Is there a way that I should place it in the...
That's where the exercise comes in.
Bukod
sa mabigat siya.
Literal na exercise.
Okay.
Ano ba to? How...
Okay. Hindi lahat ng plants, may tinatawag kasi sila yung mga landscapers na may mukha daw yung mga plants. So, during the landscaping process, hinahanap natin yung best fit kung saan nakaharap yung best look ng leaves
Okay.
to satisfy the design intent of the designer.
Oo nga naman, because not all plants look exactly the same structure.
Yes, and usually, the gardeners, after supposedly, okay na sila sa kanila preliminarily ito, lalayo muna tayo ulit to see kung okay na yung placement ng plant.
Sa ngayon, hindi pa.
Sa ngayon, hindi pa. So, that's the gist of it.
Okay, all right. So, all of this, so the philodendron, the other plants, the date palm, you faced it a certain way. It's part of the design process, so execution process. So, hindi lahat reliant solely dun sa plants. Even the best laid out plans can be further enhanced during execution. Yan, so, naaliw siya si Julia. Na-OC. Okay. So, architect, ngayon na nahawakan ko to, no? Kasi I personally don't have a landscape this nice in my own home. But do you have any tips for maintaining a garden or a landscape like this?
One is you have to know your plant. In terms of yung yung growth niya, yung watering requirements niya. And then secondly, if you know your plants, also you know how strengths and weaknesses ng plant. Whether semi-shade siya, it's good for semi-shade, full shade, or full sunlight. Yun yung selection.
Would you say, architect, that these plants na pinili nyo, they all have the same shade requirement, watering requirements?
Not all. That's why yung pinakamalapit sa date palms is usually yung semi-shade.
Kasi masya-shadean niya.
Masya-shadean siya.
Okay.
And then after that, you should also know the pests na medyo prone yung mga plants. So you can easily detect kung kailangan nyo ba siyang i-apply na pesticide or yung growth ng plants. For example, pag nanilaw, it might be nutrient deficient, so dapat mag-fertilizer ka na. Pag nagbabrown na, like yung date palms, pag nagbabrown yung leaves, it's been underwatered siya.
Mahirap ba maintain yung date palm? Sorry, architect kasi si Don kanina pa niya ako kinukulit. Curiously. Gusto niya kasi ng ganyan sa bahay niya.
Okay, ang critical for any tree or palm is yung first few months after transplanting. After that, fairly less maintenance na siya.
Talaga?
Easy to maintain.
Narinig mo yun, Don?
That's why if you look at the setup, meron kami mga stakes or tree supports.
To help it lang while it's still rooting?
Trying yung root,
Yung
roots trying to grasp dun sa new environment niya. Medyo na-shock pa yan kaya we can expect na magdidilaw-dilaw pa yung magbabrown-brown pa yung front seam.
And then it's gonna get better.
Yes. As long as stable yung hindi siya masyadong gumagalaw.
Okay. Kind of like how meron tayong mga scaffolding din sa mga buildings natin minsan to help with structural stability, etc. Ganun din for the trees. Okay. Alright, so I'm super excited for this. So sabi niya hindi pa ito tapos.
Yep.
I think meron pa sa loob, no? But we're not gonna go in there anymore because next week, matatapos na yung house. Ayaw ko ma-spoil. Sabay-sabay natin yung titignan for the final episode of Amazing Home Makeover. That being said, Architect, thank you for joining me for episode 3 of Amazing Home Makeover. Marami ako natutunan sa inyo. I hope you guys too, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Okay, so Architect, thank you for lending me the gloves.
No problem.
At meron pa akong naging impromptu na paglapag ng halaman sa soil. But that being said, if you enjoyed this episode, make sure you hit like and click subscribe. And most definitely because you will want to see the next episode. Again, episode 4 of Amazing Home Makeover. So stay tuned next week for the house reveal. See you next week.